Holiday cheer usually means warm lights, happy families, maybe a little too much alcohol. But in 1984, one Christmas movie decided cheer was optional and bloodshed was mandatory. So let's answer the only question that matters. Is this a must-watch Christmas classic? Or a shameless sleaze fest that belongs in the past? What's up, freaks? Welcome to The Laughing Dead, your holiday horror refuge. I'm your host, Ethan, and tonight, we're examining one of the most controversial Christmas slashers ever released. Silent Night, Deadly Night hit theaters in December of 1984 and sparked immediate outrage from parents and clergymen alike. Just the image of a murderous Santa Claus in the TV trailers was enough to cause protests, and enough pressure to get the film pulled from theaters barely a week after its premiere. The controversy is among the reasons that this movie still has a cult following, but controversy doesn't automatically mean quality.
That's so true.
So whether you're a seasoned veteran of Yuletide terror or just a wary traveler passing on through,
he'll be back.
grab yourself a seat and get comfy, because tonight, we're getting into it. The film opens on a wholesome family road trip through the countryside. Classic and familiar scene complete with an ugly-ass baby and a soundtrack that perfectly fits the vibe.
Life is very gay when people catch the Christmas fever.
Little Billy's in the back seat, thrilled that it's Christmas Eve, desperate to finally see Santa with his own two eyes.
Mom, what time does Santa Claus come?
That'll have to wait, since no holiday is complete without a trip to the state mental hospital. Well, in this case, we're here to see Grandpa, who's supposedly catatonic. The kooky old faker only keeps up the act until the adults leave the room.
Grandpa?
And then he takes his chance to scare the sweet bejesus out of Billy.
All the naughty ones, he punishes.
Seemingly for his own entertainment. He does drop one line that proves maybe the crazy old bastard knows a thing or two.
You see Santa Claus tonight? You better run, boy.
I thought for sure the first time I saw this movie that Grandpa was gonna bust out of the hospital and turn out to be the killer.
I fucking knew it!
But nah, he's just a mean old in the loony bin. What can you do? On the trip home, Billy gets right to snitching on Grandpa.
Grandpa said Santa Claus was gonna punish me.
One thing that stood out as odd to me was the fact that the parents never correct him.
Maybe we ought to call Dr. Conway.
They never say shit to ease Billy of the notion that Santa wants him punished.
I'm scared.
Cut to a grimy gas station robbery, and a guy in a cheap Santa suit murders the clerk in a scene that's meant to be shocking, but mostly just highlights the film's anemic effects budget. Still, the point lands. Santa Claus equals violence. Minutes later, Billy's family crosses paths with the same Santa, now stranded on the side of the road in his red Monte Carlo.
No, Daddy, I don't want to see him.
Billy's in a panic, but his dad ignores him and pulls over to help. That's a bad call. Santa wastes no time. He shoots Billy's father through the windshield in an absurd display of Olympian accuracy. Drags Billy's mother out of the car, assaults her, and slashes her throat in the middle of the road. Billy barely escapes into the woods as Santa's searching for him.
Hey, you little bastard!
And yeah, the movie leaves us with a little cliffhanger, wondering whether that hideous baby survives. Billy is sent to St. Mary's Orphanage, run by Mother Superior, one of the most aggressively unhelpful authority figures in horror history. She rejects psychology, empathy, and basic human decency in favor of repression and corporal punishment. This stretch of the movie exists solely to reinforce one idea: punishment is the only language anyone ever teaches Billy. We get repeated lessons about naughty versus nice, sexuality being sinful, and fear being corrective. Billy's childhood culminates in a forced encounter with Santa that results in a grown man getting his block knocked off by an 8-year-old boy.
What the hell's wrong with that kid?
Cut forward 10 years and Billy's now 18, emotionally feral and dumped into a society with zero coping tools. Sister Margaret gets him a job at the toy store, and for about 5 seconds the movie pretends that this might work.
Everybody will be.
It doesn't. As soon as those Christmas decorations come out, Billy starts unraveling, and management makes a galaxy brain decision to shove him into a Santa suit, feed him hard alcohol, and mock him relentlessly.
You got a long night ahead of you.
And this pushes Billy to his breaking point. When stockroom Andy lures Pamela into the back with the promise of a present, surprise, surprise, it's his things immediately turn violent when she rejects him. Billy, who's already spiraling, witnesses this and finally snaps. He kills Andy by hanging him with one arm like he's a sack of laundry. Then comes Pamela. You would think she would show a little gratitude, but she only shows fear. Billy decides she's been naughty too and guts her with a box cutter in yet another underwhelming kill. Conceptually, this scene should be devastating. Execution-wise, it feels feels sloppy, rushed, and leans way too heavily on the R word to be edgy. After slaughtering the rest of the toy store employees, Billy moves on into the nearby neighborhood. And this is where the movie finally delivers one of its strongest kills. Meet Tom and Denise, the young couple getting sweaty on the pool table. After an interruption from innocent young Cindy, this dude drops the line to end all lines.
2 ball in the corner pocket.
It's a total failure, because she's like,
The cat wants to come inside.
and she makes the bold fashion choice to put on those tiny shorts and rock it topless. I guess you gotta let them chesticles breathe. She's hanging him right out the front door when Billy comes along, ready to punish.
Punish!
He breaks the door down, enters immediately, gets his axe stuck in the wall. No matter, he doesn't need it. He picks the girl up and impales her on Daddy's prized butt.
Punish! Punish!
Now this scene really stands out for the practical effects. Too many kills in this movie are quick cutaways or simple blood knife effect. This one really raises the bar when they show her getting pierced by the antlers, so there's some credit due there. Before long, Tom Petty here is blue-balled and apparently deaf since he didn't notice a thing when Billy was bashing in the front door and killing his girlfriend. Well, he goes looking, quickly finds the broken door, and then Denise strung up like a twisted holiday decoration. And credit to Tom, he actually puts up a halfway decent fight, but he gets a little overconfident after smacking Billy with the fire poker. He goes full horror idiot and turns his back to the room as he calls the police. Billy won't go down that easy. He sneaks up on Tom, tears his shirt off for some reason, and tosses his bitch ass right out the window. See ya, Tommy. Later, Billy encounters a pair of bullies sledding down the hill on stolen goods. He steps out right at the perfect moment, decapitates him mid-slide, and the body finishes the run headless. It's absurd, it's mean-spirited, and it's one of the few kills in this movie that actually feels inspired. Police finally catch on and trace Billy back to the orphanage, and in a moment of pure slapstick tragedy, they shoot the wrong Santa. The cops shoot the wrong Santa. It's the old priest Father O'Callahan there to see the kids. I died laughing at that shit. I mean, it's horrific, but holy shit, it's funny.
There is something very wrong with you!
Billy makes it inside anyways, confronts Mother Superior, and is finally gunned down just before he can get to her. The movie closes by implying that Billy's younger brother, Ricky, you remember that ugly baby from the beginning? Yeah, he survived, and he's next in line.
Naughty.
Silent Night, Deadly Night is a celebrated piece of horror history. It owns its own slice of the 80s horror pie. And while it might be sleazy, cheesy, and poorly edited, there are many fans out there that wouldn't have it any other way.
Oh, that's me?
With all of its flaws, it still stands out because it's rare for a slasher, especially in that era, to so thoroughly explain the killer's motivations, let alone give his whole twisted life story. All of that being said, does it rank as a holiday horror classic that you should watch every year?
Oh, hell no.
Well, for me, that's a no. Considering the poor production value, even for the time frame, the cringeworthy soundtrack, and some scenes that look like raw footage the editor forgot to even touch.
Go get him, Santa.
This one didn't hold up to the test of time. Spend your holiday break watching Black Christmas if you want a classic, Terrifier 3 if you want modern brutality, or all of the above if you're a horror junkie like me. Check out the shiny new remake. It hit theaters December 12th. If you had a good time tonight, show some love. Hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. As always, if you laugh when others scream, you found your home. And this has been The Laughing Dead. Thanks for watching.